was 17 when I was standing at this open grave on a ice cold December day. My warm tears were flowing over my cheeks, and I couldn't believe it that he was dead. And my friend, she let a rose fall into the grave on the coffin, and she whispered, "I love you." And it was just a punch in my face that life is not forever. I mean, 17, you think this is forever and we have all the time, but we didn't. We had to say goodbye to our friend. He was killed in an avalanche. And it was a group of 10 people, and 4 died. So 4 families were grieving and couldn't believe that this beloved ones wasn't coming home. And 6 families celebrated that they actually came home, and they just went by a catastrophe in their families. So it was just a real wake-up call that every day has a meaning, and we can't waste our time here because we never know how long we're here, and we have no guarantee. And it just continued. I was at funerals after funeral after funeral with bike accidents, another avalanche, some ski tour accident, then another bike accident, a suicide. It was just devastating standing at these graves. Such young people. It's too early. Everybody said that's too early, but we just never know. And then the best friend of my sister died because of a heart attack when she was 25. That was 11 years later, after the first funeral. And that was enough. It was like, okay, from now on, I just do what I want. I say yes when I mean yes. I know I talk a lot about that. I say no when I mean no. I do what I want. I follow my dreams. I celebrate life. I celebrate every single day. And that's why it's so really important to me to have joy in my everyday life, because I don't know when it's over. We just don't know. And I hope and I plan for becoming a really old, awesome, over 100 years old. 111 is my goal. Fit and healthy, full of energy. I won't retire at 65, which is normal in Switzerland. I want to work, I want to inspire, I want to enjoy every second of my breath and my heart beating, but I just don't know how long it's going. And you don't know too. So if you say, let's kill some time, or this week sucks, or I invite you to reframe that and say, okay, what do I want? And go for it. Maybe you know the book of Bronnie Ware. She was, or she is, I think she's not working as a nurse anymore, but she was working in a hospice and just was there for dying people. And she wrote the book, The 5 Top Regrets of the Dying, and I want to read them to you. I can recommend this book highly to you because it's so touching to read these stories. But the 5 regrets of the dying, the top 5 were, I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. I mean, if you have a job, if you just live a life your father wanted for you, your mother, your partner wants you to work there and bring home a lot of money, or whatever it is, which life do you want to live? And they regretted that they lived a life somebody else expected for them. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. So that's this point. How is that for your life? I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. Saying I love you, saying what you mean. That's a challenge for a lot of people, but they regretted that before they were dying. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends, and I wish that I had let myself be happier. And that crushes me the most, because that's free, you know, feeling joyful, having a happy attitude, and a focus on creating a life you love, and having good days because you don't know when it's over. That's just absolutely in your hands. Everything is in your hands. And I wrote a lot of questions down on my blog. If you watch this on YouTube, come over to joysmycompass.com/blog or joyblog. You will find it on the website. And read through the questions and pick the ones out you like, or you think like, oh wow, that's, yeah, I want to think about that and journal about that. I invite you to write these things down. It's so eye-opening to take the time and reflect and think about what's important to me and what do I want in all these topics. So these 5 points, I just wrote down a lot of questions. You find them on the blog. I won't read them out loud to you now, all of them. But just, do you like your job? Do you like what you do all day long? And if not, what could you change? Maybe you can change your attitude at this job, or it's time to say goodbye and do something else. You know, I know it's not easy sometimes, but like feeling crushed every day for 8 hours is not healthy and it's not fun. So think about, what do you want in your job, and who do you want to please with this job? I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected me. And how do you balance work and fun? Or is fun already happening at work? You know, it's again so many possibilities, and you have to find out for yourself, how do I want to create a work-life balance? Or I say work is not life, so it's work, life, and private life. And how can you combine the two together that you feel joyful every day? I know it's Ronja, you're so like, you don't know reality. You're so kitschy, sweet, and over the top. No, I'm not. It's just not the case. I want to enjoy my work. If you choose to work something and it sucks and it's okay for you, that's no problem. But if you are suffering and every day you're thinking like, oh man, I have to go back there today, and Monday is just the worst and Friday is the best, why not change something? Not today and not tomorrow maybe, but as soon as possible, or better sooner than later. And about the friends, you know, think about who is important in my life. Who is my best friend, male, female? Who are the in my inner circle? And do I see them enough? Do I text them? Do I spend time together? Like, oh wow, I didn't see him for 3 years, so let's invite him over, or for a weekend, or just see you on the screen and have a video chat for half an hour, 3 hours, the whole day long. You know, connect with the people who are dear to your heart, and don't let it slip away because you're so busy at work and I have no time. Of course, again, there are situations in your life where it's just not possible to have all the plates in the air, but focusing on what's important for yourself and clearing out the priorities is so helpful. And friends, family, our loved ones are so important to us. The connection is so important, and you know who is important to yourself. And maybe you say, I'm so important, I need a lot of me time, I'm an introvert. That's perfect. So don't go to parties which stress you out. Do what's good for yourself. And the last one, how much joy do you allow in your life? How joyful are you okay with? You know, if it's like, no, life is not a picnic, and it's not fun. It's not supposed to be fun. It's hard work, and reality hits hard, and all the hardness and the struggle and the stress. Of course, it's not airy-fairy, always pink and bubbles and sparkles. But again, you can be joyful at a stressful job and just be kind to everybody around you, instead of yelling around and calling everybody names and just stressing everybody around you again, and then the stress levels rises, you can decide to be kind and supportive and take care of yourself all in the same time, and just enjoy that you are alive. That's my big motivation. It's just that. And I think you don't need a wake-up call. You don't need an illness, an accident, some catastrophe happening to think like, oh wow, I lost everything, or I will die in 2 years, doctors say. Don't trust the doctors just for that. You have so much power over your body and over your thoughts. So you are in the captain's seat. You have the steering wheel in your hands, and you just have to find out what you want first. But you don't need a wake-up call, punch in your face, something really bad happening to you to change your life. You're watching this video now. Let's just change your life from tonight, today. Like, what do you want and what do you want to change immediately or soon or later, and then step by step go for it. And if you want support, if you want to think through all your life's areas like money and adventure and spirituality, career, love life, family and friends, how you live, all the different topics in your life's arena, if you want to think them through and get all the tools I collected in the last 25 years, I mean 17, I really started there, reading books, going to seminars, courses. I was just longing for information. What is life about? What's this whole thing about? What's the universe? It was spiritual and technical, and all the tools I love and I really use every day, they are in the Joy Academy. And if you are for a full year committed to take your time, think things through, learn new things, try new things, and in the end, of course, you kick the things out, the methods, the techniques you don't like, you kick them out, but you tried them. That's the big difference. And then you implement habits you love, you implement your mindset, and you are just celebrating life every day. That's what I do, and that's what sometimes is annoying to some people, but sorry, not sorry. I know how fast it could be over, so that's my motivation. Today I want to have a good day, and it can be a totally boring day or a totally normal day. Boring, I don't know when I was bored the last time, but like I'm at my office, I had lunch at the takeaway right next to my office, I prepared dinner, I had a nice evening with Mika. Nothing was happening, but I enjoy being alive, and that's what I want to invite you to. And if you think, yeah, Joy Academy, I don't know if you deliver it like I would like it to have delivered, just check me out in the 21-day challenge. And in there, I have different topics from the Joy Academy, and I will inspire you again to think about your life. For example, you visit your future self, or if you don't want to sign up for the challenge, you can think about what would people say and talk about at my funeral. What is my legacy? What do I want to have them to talk about? And if you are like me and not liking funerals at all, then please imagine yourself as your future self, like very, very old. For me, it's like I'm 100 years old, sitting on my porch, overlooking the beautiful sea in Japan, because I have a retreat center there, and I live part-time in Japan and part-time in Switzerland. Like, imagine like, oh, I have this and I experienced that. Looking back on your life alive is, in my opinion, just more fun than imagining your funeral. But either way, you choose. You think what you want, you think what you want to look back to, and then you implement step by step what you want to change. And if you want my help, call me. Also, private coaching, I'm offering that. I'm looking forward to meeting you. I love you for watching this video, for taking this time, And this week, as I told you, I go to the mountain cabin. I just don't. Did I say it already? The Joyometer now in the video is empty, but I will post it filled out in the blog post, because I go to the mountains, and I will have an awesome week. So this will be on the blog post, filled out with all my little and big adventures and what I'm grateful for. Fill out the Joyometer. That's again such a simple tool. Just download it and fill it out for yourself, and you will feel more grateful, more joyful when you do this exercise over an amount of time, let's say 3 months every week, and you will feel the difference. And that's what I'm such a big fan of. It's so simple, you just have to do it. It's joyful. You try it. If you don't like it, ditch it. But you are the captain of your ship, and let's create a life which is, if it's over tomorrow, it's okay. It's not fun. I want to be here longer, but today I'm celebrating that I am alive, and I do what I want, and I say what I want, and I'm a kind, heartfelt person, which is doing good to the world and to everybody around you. So that's my take this week. Read the book of Bronnie Ware, and thank you that you are here. Thank you that you're taking time for yourself and for your thoughts and journal, and see you next week. Bye bye. Have a wonderful time. Celebrate that you are alive. Every breath. Bye bye.